Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it.
World's strongest woman, and this is my coach and partner Paul Savage. You will have seen him on some of my training videos, but this is just his formal introduction. So we thought of a little video that we could do just entailing how I became the world's strongest woman. A lot of people just see some of the training footage and then they see the competitions and they don't actually realise what goes into this kind of sport and how much effort and how much of a community effort it is from so many different sources. So we thought we'd just give it a little bit of a coverage. We're a little bit dressed up now because we are on our way to a family party to celebrate my win, which will be really nice.
Yeah, so this is what the idea come from, that we're going to this party celebrating the win, which is just fantastic. And to just give the idea that, you know what, there's a lot to talk about in terms of the support. You can't just do these kind of things yourself. You're not Superwoman, you're not Superman. There's a lot of things that go into it, a lot of people that go into it. It's just impossible to do yourself, especially to this level. If you're going to accomplish anything great or make some big changes, you just can't be expected to do it all yourself. There's a hell of a lot that goes into it. For us, it's been just kind of a perfect amount of circumstances coming together. Is why.
Storm.
Yeah, it's like a perfect storm of different circumstances of why this has actually happened with Becca. So, for me, firstly, to understand my role in this, what the role of coach is. So most coaches, they would now be an online coach. Sometimes you'd have one-to-ones in person. That usually wouldn't be too often unless you've got a lot of money, because it is expensive. So for me, the difference is, because I'm a partner as well, it's 24/7. So I'm there, actually a training partner as well. But I'm there coaching her for every single session and outside of the gym. So, for example, is she hydrated? I'm monitoring her all the time about everything that matters.
All the time.
So it's full on. It's a bit annoying for Becca, but it helps. It helps massively.
When they want that extra tub of ice cream, he's like, no, yeah, you can have that after your training session tomorrow though. And I'm like, okay.
So imagine your coach, if you're an athlete with a coach, imagine your coach just popping out the freezer and being like, is that really what you'd have? Like, that's kind of me all the time. So
to be fair though, I am very disciplined with what I eat. Sometimes you waver, but again, you're only human, so...
Yeah, and at least at the moment, and what we do for the most part, is I just give her macros and she can eat what she wants, as long as it fits their macros. So I'm not too bad with that, to be fair. But yeah, but it is all the time. It's, you know, are you doing your recovery work? I'll do the recovery work with the hot and colds, massage, all these different things. Just staying on top of everything. You hydrate before the session. You're doing stretching. Just so many different things. So that's 24/7. So kind of like another way of thinking of it would be like a movie producer, and she's like the movie star. If you think about it like that, a different analogy. So I think up the things, the training and everything, and then she's the one that has to perform it. And then I kind of taught her how to do things, and then she gets her own way to do things sometimes. And so you need, obviously, to get a great film, you need the good producer and the good actor, actress, and then you get, sometimes you win an Oscar, and that's kind of what's happened. So it's been 5.5 years now. All that time that I've known her, I've been coaching her, and one thing to understand, she hasn't missed a single workout in that entire time. So that's the level of dedication. She's done every single thing that I've told her to do, all the programming, everything, all that time, hasn't missed a single workout. And yes, of course, I've got her off the couch sometimes, she's got me off the couch sometimes, but every single time, nothing has been missed for 5.5 years. So it's important to realise that it's not, because people just say, oh, you're big, or you're you're quite athletic or something, and they just make an assumption straight away that that's why this person's bigger, or this person's that, like this person's good at piano or something, they're just good at playing the piano. But it's really through repetition of time after time. It's the same with me as a coach. I'm not anything special, like just these things come to my head, and that's it's like through repetition time after time. I get things wrong all the time, and then over and over in my head, and through putting it into practice, you'll get things that end up being right. And it's the same with you, isn't it? Because you're quite like dyspraxic as well. You're not.
Yeah, it takes me a lot of repetition to learn technique. And I know Paul says, oh, I've not missed a single session, but there are sessions that I've gone in and that I've been maybe sick, or that I've had like a weak session. So I might not have missed a session, but I might have just had that session adapted by Paul, which is good because he's there, because he knows, oh, like she was lagging a little bit, maybe she's not as recovered, so we'll go a little bit easier this session.
Take a day off.
Yeah. So it's really good like that, because my sessions can be adapted on the fly as to like how I'm feeling, how I'm doing. Obviously we do follow a program, but
I might change the program any day, anytime, because I'm there seeing it in person. I'm seeing the results afterwards. I'm seeing how she is, how things are changing. So again, a big advantage is that I can do that rather than just someone just giving you an 8-week program and you follow the program. I could be like the one we've actually just started. I've changed it on the first week.
Yeah.
This is normal. I'm not going to get things right every time. Becca's not going to just turn up at the gym and then she's suddenly just the best lifter in the world. It's not how any of it works. It's anybody can really do these things and make like big improvements. You might not be the world's strongest woman. There is a certain amount of genetics, but there's lots of girls that are women that have better genetics than Becca. It's just because of all these different circumstances, and it's not just me supporting us, as like we said, with the family, people from the gym, loads of your friends.
This video could be like 7 hours long, to be honest. The amount of support that's gone into it from dedicated Strongman gym, who have been amazing with me for the last few years. Any piece of equipment that I need, they've probably already got it, or if I need to get it, they're very happy like to be able to store that at the gym for me and things, and I can train basically like whenever I need to, which is an amazing help. Having that facility available to me has just been amazing. My nutrition, strength nutrition, they send me all my supplements, they support me mentally as well, like they're sending me messages all the time, making sure that I'm okay, keeping top of my mental health.
Which is hugely important. This is not just a physical thing, it is a mental thing, an emotional thing.
There's been so many times where I've retired from Strongman, where I've got upset, where I've cried, sworn, had tantrums. You put up with a lot of my tantrums. But that's what you get when you're just passionate about something and you just want to achieve it.
That is absolutely normal. It's going to be a struggle. Like, you will struggle. You might have great sessions where everything's easy and great days where you feel great, but you're going to have all the days where you feel terrible and you don't want to go to the gym at all. And like, that's where it matters, having that dedication.
Yeah.
Talk about your weight loss, like what you actually did to achieve that.
Obviously with the last World's Strongest Woman, you might have seen I was really heavy, kind of unfit. Part of that because I was unwell for weeks before the competition, but we knew that there was things that needed to change in order to have a chance at getting this title, and one of them was to come in fitter and stronger than I'd ever been statically before. So for my weight loss, I was getting up at 5:30 every morning, going out for a fasted walk, going to work like 8 hours, and then coming back, doing a gym session, getting all my meal prep done and going to bed. That was basically my daily routine. Weekends, we'd usually have a Saturday of basically just doing nothing. And then Sunday again, it would just be the same thing, just getting up, getting all my meal prep done, getting all like the chores for the week done, and then that was basically my life through COVID. So I used it to better myself. It was really full on, but it's worth it because I'm in the position now where I've obviously won the World's Strongest Woman title, and next time it's going to be even bigger. I'm coming back next year and I'm
Not resting on the morals at all.
And I'm going to be giving a more dominant performance, is the plan.
But that is the level of dedication. It's just through repetition of doing the right things over time. It's not, you don't have to be anything special. Yes, she's tall, she has a big frame. Actually, that makes things harder in a way as well. You have to be more dedicated, more consistent over time, because to get good at events like the overhead and the deadlift have been really, really difficult, especially for a female that doesn't pack on the muscle as easy as a man. You really need to fill out your frame in order to make. It's just a very big difference in range of motion. If you're shorter, those kind of lifts are just much easier, especially just off the bat. And once you sort of filled out your frame, then you can do them. But that's took literally 5.5 years to get strong enough to kind of win these competitions. And from doing those things just religiously. But yeah, and you can't, like, Becca is someone that will go to the gym, do the session, then she doesn't want to think about strongman, strongwoman, anything like that outside of it. She needs that mental break. It doesn't work for her otherwise. So, and again, like, you just can't do everything yourself. Like, it's so much to do, it's so hard. Even just to do the events at all are very, very hard. Like, if you've never done any strongman, strongwoman events, like, they are extremely, extremely taxing, extremely difficult. It's fun, but in a way, but it is hard. It's not easy, and it is a mental struggle, and you need that mental break. And there'd be no possible way that she doesn't have the 15-20 years experience going in that I had. She would be obviously, a lot older if she'd done that herself. So it's all these kind of circumstances that come together, and then just a lot of effort over time. It doesn't just come easy. It's not just like a natural ability, or you're this size, or you're just good at something. Like, that's not how anything comes about. That's, any big improvements, any big changes, whether it's weight loss, strength, or any kind of anything, music, whatever, acting, whatever you want to do. You have to put a lot of effort in over time. You have to be very, very consistent. It's really that consistency, I would say, is the main thing. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. It's just taking a lot of consistent work, and it's a consistent effort from everybody around me. Obviously with you, with Paul's family, and with my family and friends. They've understood that sometimes I've had to cancel plans or not turn up to things because I've got an important training session, or I can't go on this night out because the next day I've got something on.
Which, to be fair, has happened a hell of a lot.
Yeah, it has, but sometimes you need to be selfish to do things like this, and to win big titles, because the amount of effort that it takes is just astronomical. Especially
obviously to do this, it is extreme. Not everybody is going to be the world, strongest woman, world's strongest man. But yes, it's a lot of sacrifices. Also for myself, like, I haven't done a single program that's been set up for me in the 5.5 years. Obviously I was still doing the sport, I was doing the grip sport. I've had to sacrifice my own training. Like, it helps having her there. I obviously want to try and be stronger than her. She wants to try and beat me. We help each other in the training.
But everything's stronger calves, though.
Stronger calves, yeah. Stronger a lot of things right now. I think at the moment, stronger a lot of things. I haven't been training much. But it's like I've had to just do the training that's based around her, and that's obviously not ideal for me. But that's what it takes. We've just done whatever it takes. And I've wanted, obviously you want to support your partner, everybody does. You want to do things for your partner. But also in terms of, like, selfishness for me, like, I want to see what's possible. Like, that's how I want to see what's humanly possible. And if you think about it, the perfect way, the kind of ideal way to do that would be through your partner in this instance, because you're never going to be around someone 24/7 otherwise. And it makes a huge difference. You're not going to be there every training session. You're not going to be coaching them around the clock. So I couldn't do this with some man or whatever. You're not going to live with them. You're not going to. So through your partner is the only way to really do that. That's like the ideal way to do that. So this is what we can really see what is possible. If we keep doing this over time, what can the human body do? What can humans do? What can we accomplish? And it's amazing to see what she has accomplished already. and I think
At
it's going to be
26.
the age of 26. I think it's going to be incredible to see what the future holds. As long as, you know, we can keep you injury free, I think that's going to be a big thing. I think she'll do some amazing things.
This is just the tip of the iceberg, and like we said, I'm not going to rest on my laurels. I will be working so hard to come back next year. We will be going through a proper competition rundown video, probably the next one that comes up.
Yeah, that's what's going to be next, and we're going to do a coaching aspect to it as well from me, and you know, performance aspect from what you're thinking as well. So.
But next year is going to be a lot more finesse, and it's going to be, I'm going to be a lot stronger, and hopefully a lot more kind of not well-rounded, but less mistakes are going to happen.
Yeah, but we'll get into that in the next video.
Yeah.
So,
but I just wanted to say as well, like, the amount of support that we've had from people like SBD, who have sent me all of my equipment that I've needed for the competition. So every few months I get anything that I need, and if my elbow sleeves, for example, got too loose, obviously with this weight loss, they would send out spare ones straight away, no questions asking. That kind of support has just been absolutely invaluable.
And we would not be able to afford it without these other people. We've had help from my family, like, to get to competitions. We've had help from other people to get to competitions. If she had to pay for all that equipment for, like, the SBD equipment, I mean, that'd be thousands and thousands of pounds we wouldn't have had. We wouldn't be able to do it. You know, it's all the support from the sponsors and everybody. It's vital, and it wouldn't be possible otherwise.
Yeah, definitely.
Now you want to wrap this one up?
Yeah, because we're going to go party. We'll get some photos and we'll put them at the end of this video.
We'll try and get a little video thing, but it might be dark in there, but yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, if you have any questions, any ideas for videos, if you want to hear anything specific about my prep, or anything about kind of what I eat, I might do a full day of eating coming up maybe. Anything else you want to see, just let us know in the comments. Send me a message. My Instagram is Rebecca Roberts Strongwoman. His is Savage Gains Coaching if you want to go and message him about coaching. Yeah, and we're going to go party. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll probably just put that thing on at the end anyway. Yeah. Sorry about the editing on these videos, by the way. We're trying. We're not very good at stuff like this. Okay, bye-bye.
Has everybody got a drink? Yeah. So we just want to say many congratulations to both Paul for coaching and Becca for being the current world's strongest woman. Thank you all. Well done. Who's doing the comedy here? And she has some cake.
Okay,
What's the knife? Listen!
No! We want you to leave it easy. That's it. Hey! Who's taking the point for that? You? Hold it behind.
Hey, Grandad. I've no idea. You're supposed to get about 40 pieces out of that, apparently. Oh, Josh is here for the cake.
You've got your choices.
Copy of Bob. I don't know. This one, do you want to win the hospital? Get it? Robert and Jenny.
And then just even like
that long. Get it?
Everybody's here.